Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Cinematic Trinity. This week, me and Tulip are here to give you a rapid-fire review of F1, which seems pretty fitting for this newest racing film. But we've seen it, so here are our quick thoughts. We're not doing our normal sort of review structure here, are we?
We're going to try and keep it as quick as possible because we saw this film late on Thursday night. And, spoiler warning, but we quite enjoyed it, didn't we? So we thought, actually, let's come on just for a short amount of time. We won't be talking for an hour, hopefully. We'll just be talking for a very short amount of time, just about a few little things that happened, just to share that we did actually enjoy this film.
That's right. Well, Tulip, take us through some of the brief details of the background of this film.
Yeah, so obviously F1, the movie, based on F1, obviously, so the major sport of F1 is the pinnacle of racing. And I think that they're trying to do kind of a lot of branding around F1 at the moment. There's this film, there's Drive to Survive, which is a Netflix series, almost like a reality show that it has. And it's funny, I've seen quite a lot of TikToks and talk online of people saying that actually F1 is the perfect women's sport because there's loads of drama, there's a reality show that you can follow, so they're almost kind of going through a bit of branding, trying to crack America. So this is all part of that plan, basically, to do a film about it as well. But it's a big budget blockbuster, pretty much, another Apple original film. So it's going to have a 30-day release in the cinemas, and then it's going to be onto Apple TV.
Oh, right.
It had a budget of about 200 million, and its current gross is about 237 million worldwide. So it's probably not broken even yet if you do the whole marketing, doubling the budget for marketing kind of thing. But that's pretty good, I think. And obviously it's a much bigger release because it is releasing in the cinemas as well. It was directed by, I'm going to have to just double check his surname, Joseph Kosinski. So directed by Joseph Kosinski. He also did Top Gun Maverick. And I think that when you watch this film, you can really, really tell that the director just has experience in filming stuff like this. Obviously it was all the planes and the cockpits and stuff like that. And it's a very similar vibe in this film.
He likes to take you inside the vehicle, doesn't he?
Exactly, and really feel the movement. And I think that what you said really hits is you said it felt very visceral. It's like you were really there. But anyway, he did Top Gun Maverick and he also did Oblivion with Tom Cruise as well, which was really random.
Which you've seen?
I've seen it. I think I've seen it absolutely years and years and years ago. I can't remember whether I actually got any enjoyment out of it or not. I feel like it wasn't terrible, but maybe a bit boring and long. But
I've not seen it, so I can't comment.
Not too sure. But yeah, that's the kind of background of the film. It was executive produced by people like Lewis Hamilton, obviously, a very famous F1 driver. Brad Pitt was also involved in the production with his production company, Plan B Entertainment, which is what I've been Googling this afternoon. Very interesting stories about Brad Pitt. So I might try and go into that a little bit later. But yeah, that's the kind of main background of the film. But what's the kind of plot? What's your synopsis of the film?
Yeah, so the basis of the film is basically Brad Pitt is an American. Lo and behold, he's this race car driver. Did have a promising start in the F1 circuit. Basically, he's kind of like a has-been, and he gets recruited by Javier Bardem's character to basically help him propel his new F1 team to success, basically, because it's been failing. Obviously, stockholders are getting nervous, so Brad Pitt gets brought in to basically head up this new team and partner up with the younger F1
so in F1 everybody, it's all teams, so all the big teams, so McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull, whatever it might be, and this particular team, Apex, as we can see here, so there's always two people as part of that team, and they often work together to try and help each other out, basically. So he comes on as the second driver. They've already got one driver, and he comes in as the second, and it's basically just the story of that, of the rest of the season. They've got 9 races left before they almost go bust, as a team. And Javier Bardem, his character's Ruben. We're doing the thing again where we'll say, let's definitely call them by the actual people's names. So Ruben, who is the owner of Apex, the racing team, it's about to go bust. He's about to lose everything. There's 9 races left of the season, and it's how is Sonny, Brad Pitt's character, gonna transform, the outlook of the team, basically.
And that's pretty much it. It's just following their journey through like numerous races, and obviously, will they win big or will they go bust?
That was very good.
Well,
I think you should say that again in a way that we can clip for later.
Oh God, let's not get all social media minded on the podcast. But yeah, so that's the basic plot really, and it was a fun old time to kind of get to the end of it. Really,
it was. Yeah, it was I really, really enjoyed this film, and it did remind me a lot of Top Gun Maverick. The story beats are kind of similar, I think, because it's kind of just like good action fun. So, but I think that it was really good. I think it was really well done. I think everything came together really well. It was a little bit long, but I feel like it only felt long because it was 8:00 at night when we went to watch it, and I was worried about the dog being at home. I feel like if I didn't have those things, I wouldn't have been worrying about the time so much. But yeah, it's just good, simple, honest, fun action film, thrilling, all the kind of good stuff. And it's just funny, a classic blockbuster.
It's funny to call it like action as well, because obviously it's just people driving cars at the end of the day. But the races, they do make them out to be quite visceral. Like you just feel like you're there, and obviously there is all the drama on the track and stuff, and like all the tactics they use to like win the race, basically. And like the behind the scenes of like the crew, whatever they're called, the crew members, like helping them, like talking to them over the radio. The commentators are basically the exposition dump of the film. Like they just run through like, so the driver needs to do this or else he can't win the race. I don't know why they're Australian, but it's basically
it's because it's the actual commentators that actually commentate on
right.
F1
because there's a lot of cameos.
There is a lot of cameos, which I think is great, and this is what I mean, that it's all about branding. Like they want these people to be in it so that you can recognize them, so that you can watch the sport. Like it is definitely not let's just make this film for a bit of fun. There's a reason why this film is being made, so it's good that they're doing it properly.
But it's not like in your face either.
No, I mean it is, but it isn't. It's like, trying to sell to somebody without them knowing that they're being sold to. It's that exact, like they're selling to us, but they're giving it in such a nice package that actually I don't mind it. I'm quite happy to be sold and thinking, actually, should I start watching like F1? Although I don't need to.
No.
But, you definitely won't.
I won't. No.
Yeah, you definitely won't.
I'd say for what's in this film, it is interesting. The the camera work they do is cool as well. Like when you're inside the car, like again, like Apple, I think supplied like a bunch of cameras for this film, so they're on about like, oh yes, we revolutionized how to film inside the cars, and it's all thanks to our glorious cameras, but no, it does look good, and like you feel it when you're there. You're kind of there for the highs and the lows of the race. You do feel like you're invested in it. Like I was kind of there like, oh, are they gonna win, are they gonna make it,
I definitely think that, as you say, the way that they film everything, and also the sound design of it as well.
Definitely.
Let's just get into that, because I think that really makes the film, because when they are driving, it's very easy to just, driving is like quite boring, but really they make it very, very thrilling.
Yes.
And there's a lot going on. And I just think the whole kind of way that they use the rules of F1, which I don't know loads about. I only know little bits about it because my dad is absolutely obsessed with it. Well, I don't know whether he might be listening to this and thinking, well, I'm not obsessed with it, but he does really like it. He's always watched it as long as I've been alive.
He's more of an expert than we are. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So that's part of the reason why we went to see it, is because my dad really wanted to see it. So we went to see it all together on Thursday, which was lovely. But completely forgot what I was going to say. But the driving is very thrilling, and they use the rules of F1, and Sonny in the film is kind of pushing these rules to the limit in order to reach the end goal of winning races and driving faster and stuff like that. And it's really great to see the kind of dynamic that creates within the whole team, and between him and his teammate, who is called
Joshua Pearce,
played by Damson Idris. So it's a really good dynamic that it creates, and it just means that it's very sort of exciting. You know, there's a lot of excitement in the air when you're watching this film, and it's very on the edge of your seat kind of stuff when you're thinking, oh my God, are they like, they're going really fast? Are they going to crash? You know, like it is very intense and very thrilling.
Yeah, and performance-wise, I think everyone does a good job here. Like Brad Pitt, I can't believe Brad Pitt is 61. Like,
honestly, I absolutely love him. He's incredible. Every time he's in something, he completely steals the show, and he is absolutely fantastic in this film. He is so good, and he's literally, he plays that kind of character who's just like a little bit cocky, very like devil may care. He plays it very well. So he's absolutely brilliant in it. But I also think that Damson Idris, who plays Joshua Pearce, who is his teammate, I think he's really good in it as well. I've not he's completely just come out of nowhere for us, because we've definitely not seen him in anything. I was researching what he was in before, and he was in Snowfall, which is a Disney Plus series. I don't really know what it's about. I think it's about the drugs industry in LA or something. So he's in that. That's been going for 6 seasons, which I had absolutely no idea about. But apparently it's really good. It's really well rated, actually, and he was good in this film.
There was one credit I saw, like, again, this is TikTok, like when TikTok gives you clips of films, and there was like one where he plays like a white skinhead guy, like in a racist like gang film.
Oh right.
So I was a bit like, oh, it's that guy.
He's been in quite a few different things, but nothing that we've seen. The only thing that I have seen him in is what was his first acting role, was an episode of Miranda. Where he's almost like an extra. He plays like youth on train, and when I was looking at it and when I saw him come up, I was like, oh my God, I know exactly the scene, and I can play it in his head. And Miranda cuts his headphones off because he's listening to music really loud, and it's all obviously wired headphones, you know, back in the day where everybody was wearing wired headphones, and she just cuts them off, and he's like, oh, look at what this woman's done. So I just think that is literally the most hilarious thing.
Well, I mean, and I don't know the actress's name, but one of the pit crew who is like introduced, she's from Doctor Who. She's in the Dot and Bubble episode. She's Mandy, you know, the one where like the one who really annoying character, like in that episode, like acted in that way. She's in it. I'll be like, oh, what are you doing here? And again, Doctor Who, the council worker.
Council. I've written his name down here. Abdul Salis, he plays Dodge, and he's from Doctor Who. So he's in the episode Fear Her, which it was almost became a lost episode because of, you know, Hugh Redford's being in it. So they had to cut him out. But I think it's back on iPlayer now, isn't it?
They revoiced it.
They redid it, didn't they? Which everybody says is an awful episode, but I've got a lot of love for Fear Her. So I'm glad that it is back on iPlayer. But that's a whole different story.
Doctor Who characters just randomly in this film. And then you had, again, you might have to tell me her name, but it is the love interest of the film.
Kerry Condon.
Yeah, so she plays the...
Kate McKenna.
Yeah, Kate McKenna, who is basically like the lead engineer, like helps design the cars.
Yeah.
So this gives...
What do you think of kind of this romance? Because we saw a really funny video, didn't we? And it was I can't remember who made it. It was on TikTok, wasn't it? And it was a scene from Dune, because Javier Bardem is in Dune, and he's arguing with Zendaya's character. I can't remember the names. And it's them talking about the film, and they're like, "Why are they throwing this random love interest in there? It's so irrelevant." So what did you think about the romance plot in this?
I could have taken or leave it, basically. You know. It was all right. It's like in terms of fleshing out like Brad Pitt's character, it did the job, because obviously he is like cocky, but then also he does have a vulnerable side, and that's her whole point. Is she like brings it out of him and like gives a bit more to his backstory. So like I see the point of it, but like would I have rather just gotten back to like the racing and like the drama at F1? Yeah, probably. And I thought, like, you know, again, her character was good. I don't know whether making her Brad Pitt's girlfriend made her better.
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily made her character better, but I do think that it made Sonny more rounded, as you're saying.
That's what I mean. It's to serve him.
It's to serve his plotline, I think.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they'd have gone any further with it, it would have completely ruined it. But I feel like they towed the line quite nicely of let's have a love interest, but also they don't end up together.
Well, they kind of do.
We forgot to put a spoiler warning at the start, because we're not doing like proper spoilers.
No, that's fine.
Retrospective spoiler warning here. So I think that they did it just the right amount to
Yeah.
kind of keep me interested, and I also think that they do have quite good chemistry together.
Yeah,
so I think it's
yeah,
nice
yeah.
that, you know, they've actually made a reason behind it, that they've kind
Yeah.
of got this chemistry there and like a little bit of tension, stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
nice to see, you know, it's good
Yeah.
for the women going to watch it, you know, that's very stereotypical, but it is.
Yeah, and Javier Bardem's good. He's just
We love Javier Bardem.
He's just funny, isn't he? He's just funny in whatever he's in.
He's absolutely brilliant in every single thing that he's in. Same as Brad Pitt. They're both brilliant. And I think that all his outfits were really great. He looks really great in the little suits that he was wearing.
Right.
Brad Pitt looked really great in his kind of like silky shirts opened up, you know, in jeans and like battered boots, stuff like that. Really, really good styling in the film. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, honestly, there was some really good performances here. And obviously so many cameos from the people in F1, like Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, you know, all those kind of people. And apparently a lot of the people like in the pits or like the tech directors and stuff are quite a lot of them are kind of in it, you know,
which
and
is
have
there
like
for
little
like
cameos.
Yeah, it's there for like the people who actually, like I said to your dad afterwards, I'm guessing there was a lot of cameos, and he was like, yes, there was.
Yeah.
The other thing I'd probably say, again, if we're kind of wrapping things up or like whatever else there is to talk about, would be the music, because Hans Zimmer does the score for this film, and I've seen it, like, also Restless Entertainment didn't really like it, but I thought it was good soundtrack. I think the man just does epic stuff well, you know?
He does. Like, he never just does things by halves. Like, he never thinks, oh, this film, like, isn't that important. I'll just knock something together. Like, he always, like, puts a lot of effort in, I think, you know? But I feel like I need to, like, actually research him, because he's done so many things. I can't picture what he looks like in my head. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of him or ever heard him speak or understand what his like writing process is. I feel like I really want to know more about that, because he must be fascinating. He must be a fascinating person, or he might be really boring. You never know with people these days.
I don't know. He showed up, he did his job, and he did his job well.
Yeah. And there was some good like classic normal tunes in it as well. Like, I think that what this film is it's a film for everybody. Like, it's a film for people who love F1 and want to see like accurate racing and accurate rules of F1 and stuff like that. It's good for those people. It's good for people who really liked Top Gun. You know, I think if you like Top Gun and if you like Top Gun Maverick, you will really like this. If you just like any like Mission Impossible film, you know, if you like kind of like that Tom Cruisey style, like I feel like I'm always surprised that he wasn't in it, you know, because it feels like the kind of thing that he'd be in. But there's obviously not enough planes in it for him, must be. So
not really much of a chance to do your own stunts, is there? In like an
F1 film. But no, it was really good. Really just like all-rounder classic film, you know, literally I just thought it was brilliant. Like I really, really enjoyed it.
What would you score it?
I think solid 8.
Yeah.
I think, I'm happy to give it an 8, because I think I did just get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Obviously, there's things that could be better, you know, like it's a little bit cheesy with the plot, you know, and stuff like that. But really, I think that it's a good film. It's a good, you know, good action, nice pacing, you know, everything is kind of happening, very thrilling, edgy you see stuff. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Again, like the runtime, maybe it could have been a bit shorter for me. Again, like I said about the love story there, kind of like had some purpose, but could have maybe gone without it potentially. But on the whole, well acted, well filmed, and very visceral and just like engaging experience. Like again, not being a massive F1 fan myself, it could have gone either way. At least Gran Turismo was based on a video game that I've played. But like, this being F1, at least.
How does it compare to Gran Turismo?
I mean, this is it's filmed better than Gran Turismo, and probably like not similar stories, but obviously it is like, you know, they need to win the race, and it's gonna like give like, oh, they're in this position right now, and they need to go to this position to win. You know, it's kind of like that. But Gran Turismo is like, you know, whatever compared to this film. Like this film is on a better scale and like looks better and all that stuff.
Is Gran Turismo like F1's younger brother? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I can't remember what I scored it. Gran Turismo, but I wouldn't
have
even.
You did a review on it, didn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't have even said Gran Turismo was bad. Like, I think I still liked it.
Yeah.
But F1 I think is leagues better than it. So I probably would still say an 8 just because of those things as well, like again the love story and
little
the
bits and bob. Like films like this are never 10 out of 10 kind of
maybe
films.
If I was more of an F1 fan, maybe it would like boost up, because I could be like, this is amazing, it's like Avengers level cameos like in this film, like how did they do this, you know? Or if I like loved cars more, maybe it's like,
not your sort of thing, is it? You know, which is what I mean, like it's good that you can go and see it, I can go and see it, my dad can go and see it, all at completely different levels of the value that we'll get from the film. Definitely. Everybody is so different, but we all still enjoy it just the same. So that's what, you know, good old fashioned classic blockbuster films are all about, really, isn't it?
I'm just glad that we've managed to actually do a film review where it's like a positive kind of one. Not to say that 28 years later was negative, but like
it was different, wasn't it?
It's on the verge of being mediocre to good, whereas this is just good.
It's good, it's
maybe even great.
It's not. I think it's great. It's not mediocre. It's not. I think it is a great film, and I would recommend that people watch it as well. Like I'd recommend. Definitely, if you have the chance, go and see it at the cinema.
100%.
Because, or if you've got like a really good sound system at home, or whatever, you know, if you've got surround sound or whatever, then perfect. Because I think you really want to be able to feel it in the cinema, because it is literally like, you know, when you're at a concert or like seeing some live music, and you can feel it in your soul. You know, it's that same kind of feeling when you're watching this film. So it's definitely well worth seeing it in the cinema. It's a really good cinema experience.
Yeah, definitely. But there you have it. That was our review for F1. Go out and see it. Comment your thoughts below if you have seen it, or if, again, there's any racing films you want us to watch. Not Gran Turismo.
But if you want to see the review for Gran Turismo, I'm not in it, unfortunately.
There'll be a link at the end of this episode. But yeah, there you have it, guys. That was our quick review for F1, but we'll see you guys in the next episode of the Cinematic Trinity. In that meantime, though, I've been Michael.
And I've been Tuna.